Ever wake up feeling like you got hit by a truck? You dragged yourself out of bed, hit the snooze button 3 times, and now you're standing in your kitchen staring into the abyss, wondering how you could possibly feel this tired after a full 8 hours of sleep? What if I told you that everything you've been taught about sleep, the sacred 8-hour rule, is a complete lie? What if the secret to waking up energized, focused, and ready to conquer your day has nothing to do with how long you sleep, but everything to do with when you wake up? This isn't about some new diet or a miracle pill. This is a deep dive into the hidden science of your own body, a secret your brain has been trying to tell you for years. By the end of this video, you will have a simple, powerful formula that will unlock a new level of energy you didn't even know was possible. And trust me, it's not what you think. So let's start with the hard truth. The problem: you're a zombie and you don't know why. We've all been there. You get a good night's sleep, 7, 8, maybe even 9 hours. But when the alarm goes off, it feels like a cruel joke. Your body is screaming, your brain is shrouded in a thick fog, and the thought of facing the day feels like an impossible mission. That feeling of grogginess, that irritability, that overwhelming need for a 4th cup of coffee just to function, that's not normal. And it's not a sign that you're lazy. It's a sign that you've been breaking the first rule of sleep without even knowing it. Think about your life right now. Maybe you're a college student pulling an all-nighter for a final, fueled by energy drinks and a prayer. Maybe you're a young professional juggling a full-time job and a side hustle, answering emails at 1 a.m. Maybe you're just a massive fan of that new Netflix show, and just one more episode turns into sunrise. We're a generation that prides itself on hustle and pushing limits. We think the more we do, the more we achieve. We see sleep as a weakness, a luxury we can't afford. But here's the thing: you can't hack your way to success if your brain is running on empty. You can't be creative, productive, or even a decent human being if your body is in a constant state of exhaustion. And the reason for all of it, the reason you feel like a zombie, is actually a simple biological miscalculation. It's time to stop fighting the symptoms and start fixing the cause. The revelation: your brain is running on a secret schedule. You see, most of us think of sleep like a light switch. You flip it on, you're asleep. You flip it off, you're awake. But your brain doesn't work that way. It's a sophisticated machine with a very specific operating system. You don't sleep in one long, continuous block. You sleep in missions, in cycles. Each of these cycles is a carefully orchestrated sequence of events that your brain and body go through to repair, restore, and get you ready for the next day. A typical cycle lasts about 90 minutes, and in each 90-minute cycle, you go through 5 distinct stages. Let's break down the mission. Stage 1, the entry point. This is the lightest stage, the moment you close your eyes and start to drift off. Your muscles relax, your heart rate slows down, you're barely even asleep yet. This phase only lasts for a few minutes. Stage 2, the core mission. This is where you spend most of your sleep time. Your body temperature drops, your brain waves slow down, and you become truly unconscious. This is a crucial phase for memory consolidation. Think of it as your brain filing away all the information from the day. Stage 3 and 4, the deep repair. This is the power-up phase. The brain waves become incredibly slow and large. This is when your body does its heavy lifting. It repairs tissues, builds bone and muscle, and strengthens your immune system. This is the deepest and most restorative kind of sleep. Stage 5, the dream theater, REM sleep. REM stands for rapid eye movement. This is a fascinating stage where your brain becomes highly active, almost as active as when you're awake. Your eyes dart around, your heart rate and breathing become irregular, and this is where you have your most vivid dreams. REM sleep is critical for emotional regulation, mood, and learning. So, why does any of this matter? Because the secret to feeling amazing when you wake up is to finish a mission. It's to wake up at the end of a cycle, not in the middle of one. Waking up during that deep repair stage, that's the feeling of getting hit by a truck. Your body is in a state of deep, unconscious rest. Your brain isn't ready. You're literally yanking yourself out of a vital restoration process. It's like pulling the plug on a computer that's in the middle of a major software update. You're going to be sluggish, confused, and irritable. The goal is to hit the alarm when you're in a light stage of sleep, either stage 1 or stage 5, REM sleep. At the end of a cycle, your brain is already starting to ramp up its activity, getting ready for the next mission. Waking up then feels natural. It feels effortless. It feels like you're ready to go. And that's the aha moment. That's the secret. It's not about getting a magic number of hours. It's about timing your wake-up call to the rhythm of your body.
The solution, the wake-up code. So how do you put this into practice? How do you calculate your perfect wake-up time? It's not as complicated as it sounds. We have a simple formula. The formula is wake-up time equals bedtime plus 1.5 hours times the number of sleep cycles plus 14 minutes. Let's break it down. 1.5 hours. This is the approximate length of one sleep cycle. Number of sleep cycles. The ideal number of cycles for most adults is 5 cycles, which comes out to roughly 7.5 hours of sleep. But we'll get to the flexibility of this number in a minute. 14 minutes. This is the average time it takes for a person to fall into the first stage of sleep. We'll call this your drift time. It's a small but crucial piece of the puzzle. Let's run some real-world examples. Example 1, the ideal sleep. Let's say you want to wake up at 7 a.m. feeling like you've been on a week-long vacation. You need to work backward from that time. For an ideal 5-cycle sleep, you'd need about 7.5 hours. 7 a.m. minus 7.5 hours equals 11:30 p.m. 11:30 p.m. minus 14 minutes, your drift time, equals 11:16 p.m. So if you want to wake up at 7 a.m. feeling incredible, you need to be in bed, ready to fall asleep by 11:16 p.m. That allows you to complete 5 full sleep cycles and wake up at the perfect moment. Example 2, the late-night hustle. Now let's get real. What if you have a deadline, a late-night study session, or a gaming marathon that goes until 2 a.m.? You still have to be up at 7 a.m. for work or class. A conventional 8-hour sleep is impossible, but a quality sleep is not. Instead of aiming for the perfect 5 cycles, you can aim for a lower but still effective number of cycles. Let's try 3 cycles, which is about 4.5 hours of sleep. 2 a.m., your bedtime, plus 4.5 hours, 3 cycles, plus 14 minutes, equals 6:44 a.m. If you went to bed at 2 a.m. and woke up at 6:44 a.m., you would have completed 3 full cycles and would be waking up at the ideal, most energized point. While it's not as restorative as a full 5 cycles, it's 100 times better than waking up at 7 a.m. feeling like you're in a fog. This is the difference between a rough morning and a manageable one. Example 3, the early bird grind. What if you have to be up at 5 a.m. to get a workout in, or because your kids are early risers? Let's work backward for a full 5-cycle sleep. 5 a.m. minus 7.5 hours minus 14 minutes equals 9:26 p.m. If you can be in bed by 9:26 p.m., you can wake up at 5 a.m. feeling like you could run a marathon. That's the power of this formula. It takes the guesswork out of sleep and gives you back control. Beyond the formula, the next level sleep hacks. But simply calculating your perfect wake-up time is only half the battle. To truly master your sleep and unlock that next level of energy, you need to optimize the conditions for falling asleep. These are the sleep hygiene hacks that turn a good night's sleep into a life-changing habit. I call this the 3-2-1 method. 3 hours before bed, no intense workouts. A light stretch or yoga is fine, but a heavy lifting session or a long run raises your core temperature and heart rate, which makes it incredibly difficult for your body to cool down and enter sleep. Give your body time to calm down. 2 hours before bed. No food or alcohol. Eating a heavy meal too close to bedtime forces your body to focus on digestion instead of on sleep. Alcohol might make you feel drowsy, but it completely wreaks havoc on your sleep cycles, particularly your REM sleep. You might pass out, but you won't get a quality rest. 1 hour before bed. No screens. This is a tough one, but it's the most important. The blue light emitted from your phone, laptop, or TV suppresses the production of melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. Put your phone away. Pick up a book. Meditate. Take a warm shower. This is your mental cool-down period. By combining the wake-up code with the 3-2-1 method, you're not just trying to get more sleep, you're building a system that guarantees you're getting the right kind of sleep every night. Final thoughts. Your new beginning. This is not a quick fix. This is a fundamental change in how you approach your rest. The 8-hour rule is dead. It never worked. Because sleep is personal. Your body, your rhythm, your cycles. So, I have a challenge for you. For one night, just one, try this formula. Calculate your ideal bedtime. Put your phone away an hour before you get in bed. Don't eat or drink alcohol late. And for one morning, let the alarm go off at the perfect moment. I want you to experience what it feels like to wake up without a single bit of grogginess, without the brain fog, to feel truly rested, not just like you hit the pause button on exhaustion. When you do, come back to this video and tell me in the comments what time you woke up and how you felt. The power to change your day and your life is not in how much you sleep, but in how you wake up.